Some of the tools that we're going to be using today are files, drills, and drill bits, as well as some buffers. It's your preference totally if you would like to use a drill. I like to use a drill, but here we have a file that you will definitely need during this course. There are different types of files, but this is the kind that I'm going to be using. This is a 100 grit file. Also, you're going to need buffers. These buffers are different grits. It is totally your choice what you would like to use. This is a coarse and this is a fine. I'm going to be using a coarse buffer today. These are drill bits. This is a coarse drill bit as well as a fine drill bit that I'm going to be using with a portable drill. As I said, use what you are comfortable with. It's not necessary that you have to use a drill, but I'm going to be using one today. Today we're going to be using acrylic products. You will need an acrylic powder and monomer or liquid, whichever brand that you like to use. When doing a sculpture set, you need to make sure that you have forms. These forms I like very much because they stick very well to the client's nails. But there are all types of forms that you can use. This is another type of form that is very good to use as well. We're also going to need a dehydrator for your client's nails. This is very important so that your nails are, all the moisture is taken away and will help with lifting. Also, we're going to use a primer. I like to use the protein bond. This helps with adhesion for the acrylic to the natural nail plate. Very important that you have that. So those are the forms, primers, and dehydrators that you're going to use today. Let's go ahead on to the next step. In my shop, my clients never leave without bling on their nails. So make sure that you have plenty of embellishments, Swarovski crystals, chains, stones, whatever your clients like, as well as plenty of polish options. Here we have a little bit of glitter bling for my clients. When choosing the brush that you're going to use for your acrylic monomer and polymer, you want to make sure that you choose what's best for you. Some people like to use a larger brush. I prefer to use around a size 8 or a 10. This is actually just a big boy brush from Cosmoprof, but you can get anywhere from a size 6 to a size 22. It's all your preference. I prefer to use a smaller brush just because of the amount of product that is soaked up into your brush most of the time when you get into the larger brushes. So keep that in mind, but it's really all a preference. So make sure that you choose a brush that's best for your hand size and how you like to work with your client. Also, don't think that you have to spend $80 on a brush. Especially in the beginning, make sure that you start out with brushes that are a little bit cheaper because it's easy to ruin a brush when you're first starting out. So do not invest in expensive brushes when you're first starting out. This is a $20 brush, like I said, from Cosmoprof. So this is what I'm going to be using today. When doing a sculptured set, I like to use a pinching tool. You've probably never seen this before. It's kind of new to me, but we use this tool to make the nail a little bit slimmer. A lot of times when you're doing a sculptured nail, you're doing it because your client has a wider nail or maybe a nail that does not take a tip well. So you want to make sure that you slim the nail a little bit by using a pinching tool, and I'll be showing you how to use this more in depth a little bit later in the course.